Today, another addition to my full-size Star Wars helmets. And the second in my Mandalorian cabinet. Let's get into this. All right. Welcome back to another episode of Paul's Collectibles. If you're new to the channel, it's good to have you. Thanks for stopping by and giving me a shot. And if you're someone who's been watching my videos for a while, or if you're subscribed to the channel, thank you so much. I greatly appreciate you. Today we're going to be looking at yet another full-size Star Wars helmet. This one is from Hasbro, and it is the Black Series Boba Fett helmet. Now this had previously been released, but I didn't get one, so when they re-released it back in December, I jumped on Entertainment Earth and I decided to go ahead and get one. Now, I would not have otherwise normally ordered a Mandalorian helmet, but my wife, of all people, talked me into buying the actual Mandalorian helmet. So now I'm down that rabbit hole and I have to do a whole case of Mandalorian helmets. So I'll have the Mandalorian, the Boba Fett. I've got the Death Watch helmet on pre-order, and I'm hoping to pick up a Bo-Katan at some point in the future. Now, they promised this to me in September of 2021, which would have been about 9 or 10 months, depending on how you look at it, but it got here today, July 16th. I just wish Entertainment Earth could get figures here quicker than they otherwise might have thought they would. Now, the Black Series helmets run a small gamut of the price range. Sometimes they're in the $79 range, and sometimes they're upwards of the $120 range. And this one on Entertainment Earth cost me about $120. But still, as far as helmets go, especially for the quality of these Black Series helmets, that's an excellent buy. But without any further ado, let's get this thing in front of some lights, take a look at it, and see what I'll be adding to my collection today. So there you have it, the Boba Fett helmet out of the box, looking good, green and red, all nice and weathered. As you saw, one corner of the box got crushed up pretty bad in transit, which is kind of odd because Entertainment Earth did a really good job of packing everything inside another box, but the part that was facing down at the bottom of the box got crushed somehow. It's a good news that I'm an out-of-package collector when it comes to these helmets. But anyway, let's take a look at this. First off, we'll start on this side over here. You saw in the video, I had to attach this part right here, the Rangefinder, and it goes up and down by pushing this button right here. And it was a little janky for me. I had a hard time getting it in there. And frankly, it's a little, I don't know, light and plasticky feeling. I'm not super thrilled with it, but luckily I'm just going to put it on display. I think if I was going to use this a lot, I'd be really careful. So just something to think about. And as I understand it, you can put batteries in this and there'll be lights and things like that, but I never bother with those types of things. But let's go back to the front here. As you can see, classic T visor. The red has been weathered significantly. The green has been weathered significantly. It has the two green triangles in the front there, the metal piece on the side. This weathering, it almost looks like a decal, to be perfectly honest with you. It's not the most impressive thing either. I have to remind myself that for a $120 helmet that this is still a phenomenal piece to have, but it looks like somebody printed this. It almost looks like printed camouflage, to be honest with you, like you would see on like an urban Israeli camouflage uniform or something of that nature. But the lens is a good sturdy plastic. It's got that X piece behind it to keep it intact. And as you come around here, you can see more of the weathering, and they have the proper coloring at least, and the kill stripes up there. It's nice and bent on the top there, so I can't complain about that. And there's a nice crease there. The weathering feels three-dimensional in some places, and in other places it doesn't. It does feel more like a plastic helmet, and as we get around to the back, you can see the kill stripes kind of disappear into the red band around the back of the helmet here. like I said, this is a really good helmet, but this printing effect really isn't all that impressive when you get it up close and in some really good light. So I'm hoping that when I get it in a cabinet, it looks really, really good. And these are all three-dimensional. There's some venting back there, nice and cut in. I can't complain about that. Nice, significant weathering, and we've looked at this side pretty significantly. The weathering on there is also causing the stripes to come up a little bit, and you can see where it's been bumped into some things. Overall, it's not bad, not a bad paint job. It's just, you know, not as exciting as I would hoped it would have been. I was much more excited for the Mandalorian helmet. But let's take a look inside that helmet. And as you can see, this one has the same padding and fake electronics on the inside that the Mandalorian helmet is. As a matter of fact, those are pads right there. So if your face or your head was pushing up against those, it would be a little bit more comfortable. And it's got the adjustable ring design with the rubber plastic mount for the top of your head to suspend it on your head. But the interior is pretty cool. They don't really have to go all that distance, but that's kind of cool that they did. And you can see right through it there. But yeah, so not bad on the inside at all. But there you have it, the Black Series Boba Fett helmet from Entertainment Earth. About $120 for a helmet. It's not bad. It's not the most impressive helmet in my collection, but I kind of always wanted a Boba Fett helmet anyway and kind of got sidetracked. I'm glad they reissued this, and so I will be happy to have it in my collection. Just keep in mind, if you get one of these, that it looks more like a toy than it does a helmet compared to some of the other newer Black Series helmets that are coming out, but still a great buy. But with that, I appreciate you joining me, and I will see you on the next video.